What's going on, guys? Oregon Motorcycle back today on a beautiful Sunday morning. It is Easter Sunday in 2020, and we're going out today. Today is going to be a true test of the street worthiness of a 2019 Honda CB500X. I love this corner. So guys, I'm going on a little ride with a couple buddies of mine. Good group of guys. It's not really a group. I think it's just going to be two more besides me. I told them we were texting last night, and I told them I'd go with them if they stay away from me. You know, keep that distance thing going on here, and I think we can manage that today. So I'm going to my buddy's house right now. Jen, if you guys ride anywhere in the Pacific Northwest, you guys probably know who Jen is. So I'm going to meet him first, and then we're headed to Carson to meet up with my buddy Marcos, our buddy Marcos. And these guys are really good riders, and they taught me so much about street riding last year, and I owe a big part of how well I can ride, you know, the twisties and whatnot, and get to learn, you know the performance of your bike. I owe a lot of that to these guys. They showed me so much last year, and and I've been looking forward to this day. Some of you guys may, you know, if you're watching some of my other videos, you guys know that I have mentioned me wanting to see it myself, if me and this bike can keep up with them. I think this is my turn. So but yeah, anyways guys, we're going on a ride today, so sit back and stay tuned. Alright guys, met up with Jen. We are on the freeway northbound, headed to Carson. So one thing I've already noticed is that this bike has made me ride slower. So we're cruising right now. We're doing a decent clip. We're going between, you know, 80 and 85, so I got the RPMs running kind of high. But you know, this was normal on my CBR 600RR, and it's not normal on this bike. So maybe that makes this bike a little safer. I don't know, but we're running on the 14 right now. We're running right along the Columbia River right there, if you guys can see that. Little insight for you guys, I'm actually going on another ride tomorrow. I'm meeting a person from Seattle who is riding all the way down here to ride with me tomorrow. So that's gonna be cool. We're gonna go up to the Vista House and go hit some waterfalls, and I mean, all that stuff's closed, but at least you can still drive by it or whatever, hopefully. And then we're gonna loop around to the Bridge of the Gods and then come back here on the 14. That's the plan for tomorrow's ride, so look forward to that video too. It is just an awesome day here, man. You know, for those of you guys that are not familiar with this area, we're in Washington now, so on the other side of the Columbia River. But man, I had all my liners in my jacket, and when I got to Jen's house, I had to take one of my liners out. I was already hot. So just a beautiful day for riding. The weather is like perfect. So yeah, one thing I'm noticing, you know, riding, we haven't even really got into it yet. But I'm hitting, you know, the full throttle a lot more. I've probably hit full throttle more today than I have in the past 2 weeks. But there's going to be, look how nice that is. So those hills over there, that's Oregon. So there's going to be a lot more full throttle stuff today. So, but yeah, if you guys are curious, we're out here. This is a stock motorcycle, the CB500X, and you know, stock tires. I'm running 30 pounds. Front and rear, so nothing special going on here. It's all going to be with a little bit of rider skill that I have to be able to keep up with my friends that I'm going to be riding with today, because their skill level, like, there's mine, and then theirs is like way up here. But here we go, floored in 5th, now I'm in 6th. Talking so loud. So yeah, I gotta keep this thing hammered to keep up with this speed triple that has like 150 horsepower or whatever it is. So we're coming up on the Bridge of Gods, and which I said I was going to be crossing tomorrow, and it doesn't look that way because it's closed. The Bridge of Gods is closed. That's it right there. It's a magnificent bridge. Toll bridge. I don't know why it's closed. Oh, well, they just came across it. That's interesting. New roundabouts. Shit, coming a little wide there. Better watch it, boy. I know Washington is it's got a lot more restrictions in place than Oregon does. Like for instance, you can't even go fishing in Washington right now. It's kind of crazy when you think about it. And then you look at Oregon City, and the place was packed up yesterday, boat to boat, hog lines everywhere, salmon fishing. So I don't know what to think about all this anymore. I just hope that we find a good cure and vaccine for it, and I hope that I can stop hearing about these stupid ass conspiracy theories about 5G. It's got to be the most ridiculous thing, and it's funny because these grown ass men are like dead serious about this stuff. It's just so funny to me. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just thankful to be alive and be able to ride my motorcycle. Just keep going every day. Keep it 100%, yo. So I notice on this bike when I have weight on the back, like I have a little bit of weight right down the back, if I let off like this, it's not really doing it. It just did it a minute ago. I get a little oscillation like this on the handlebars. I think that has to do with not enough preload in the back. I could be wrong, but I don't know. I think this is our stopping point right here. Marcos, where you at, baby? There it is. He's got a beautiful R1 you're about to see right now. He's killer with the shorts on, squidding it up. Oh, that's a nice bug. That's fucking sweet. There's the R1, the monster. The monster. But so is that Triumph, man. That Triumph is. Just run it over, Jen. I'm good. How are you? Long time no see. Yeah. Okay. All right. At least that. I got a mask on, so. Kind of. Yeah. I put this on.
Africa twin.
Yep, exactly. They call it the Africa twin. This thing's so comfortable. Bought it brand new in January 20th. I got it brand new. Everything out the door was $8,000. That's everything. And I got a 5-year warranty on it too. Unlimited miles. Everything. Fork seals, oil leaks, whatever. Yeah. Yeah, I just got those mounted a couple days ago. They're badass. I got heated grips put on it. I got a USB charger I put on it. Thanks. All right, we are on our way up the mountains, up in the hills. It's gonna get a little cooler up here. It's already cooler than what it was down in Portland and whatnot. So this road gets all snowed in during the winter time. So we might come across some snow actually on the sides of the roads. But we're going, we're headed for it. What is this? What is going on here? Little hay in the road. Hey. one in front, Marcos's ride. Ooh, those are some bright lights. Adventure riders there. That thing is tuned. It's got a, I think it's got a full exhaust on it, and it's got a tune. So riding behind him, man, I can smell the gas fumes, but I guess the trade-off for that is to hear that awesome machine. That is one of my favorite sounding bikes right there. Just period. I mean, it's just an amazing sound. It's got the Akrapovic exhaust, and I believe there's baffles or something you can take out of that, maybe, or something, I don't know, but the bike just sounds amazing. So we're getting up here, getting into some twisties. Gonna see what the CB500X can do with these big boys. Just to recap, guys, I'm up here with 2-liter bikes, basically, okay? With little half pint. That's what I named my bike. I named it Half Pint. So one thing's for sure, I'm using a lot of gears. A lot of gears. I dipped into third gear on that one. Oh, cool, these guys are gonna let us by. Bumps in the road. See, the cool thing here, these guys don't go balls to the walls on the straightaways, which, I mean, if we're gonna do this, I mean, that's actually, you know, a safe way to ride twisties is don't go crazy on the straightaways and have your fun in the corners. So that's why, like, a good rider, I'm not saying I'm a good rider, but there is a good rider that rides with us on a 300 and he can keep up with these guys. So it's just proof that you don't need a fast bike to go fast. You need skill. I love this riding though. I can feel my blood flowing. Beautiful country up here, man. I love riding in Washington, and I've only begun to just taste a little bit of Washington, and so far, out of all the places I've ridden, which isn't that much, but you know, I've been through a lot of other states. I don't know, Washington is beautiful, man. All right, we're gonna get to the little tight stuff here. So fourth gear coming out of that corner. I know for a fact I'm gonna be down in third gear here in a minute. Right there. Engine braking all the way through. Back on the throttle. Sorry, I was back on the throttle a lot further down. I'm gonna try to talk you guys through this, so you know. So I'm still in third gear. Fourth gear, third gear, a little bit of front brake. I got about one cheek off. Full throttle, third gear, engine braking, a little bit of front braking, trail braking coming out, pinned in third gear. Hard on the brakes. Come on, baby. Get a little harder on the brakes here. Try to keep up. Staying in third gear. pinning it coming out and then braking on the front brake only. Didn't really need a brake there. I don't know this road as well as these guys do. Okay, I shifted into fourth right there. Woohoo. Damn, I gotta get my body position. All right, back into third. Good body position. Braking, front and rear brake. No brakes. Oh yeah. This feeling is so good, you guys. Oh, when you can feel the bike press down and you can feel those G-forces sucking you down and you can feel the bike pivot, you know. There's snow on the side of the road right there already. Third gear, just kind of cruising through here. I'm not using the brake right now, but I am using a lot of body position. And the body, my camera location doesn't do justice for showing my body position because it's mounted off to the side, but I focus hard on my body position because you can decrease, ooh, look at all the snow. You can decrease the lean angle, and when you decrease the lean angle, that equals more traction, and traction's the name of the game. Back in the third, no brakes, going through a little wet right there. So yeah, body position to me is like, you know, it's insurance. It's a little safety net there if you will have that, you know. So every turn I'm going like a half cheek off, and I'm actually standing, I'm like, I have all my weight on my legs. So, and I know by the time we get up here, my knees are going to be burning. So, this is beautiful. A little bit of front brake there. So I'm looking past these riders right now, and I'm looking up into the turn. So when you're riding like this in a group, you don't really want to focus on the riders in front of you. You want to focus on the road, and that's sometimes hard to do. So. Just fourth gear. He's slowing down a little bit, maybe because he's concerned with the wet. These guys are on these sport bikes with these sport tires. They don't do shit in the wet except slide everywhere, so. Especially the courses. Whew. Now shake it off. Yeah, baby. This is one thing that I love about riding motorcycles is the, you know, the adrenaline rush you get. I love it. KLR 650 right here. We seen him come up when we were sitting there at the gas station. Probably thinking, what in the hell is that guy doing leaning off the bike like that on a 500? That's how we get down, boy. See, I do this to prove to myself and to others that, you know, this bike is freaking rad. I mean, look at this. You can do all kinds of stuff with this bike. Does it do everything good or well? No. It does everything good, I guess. Not like excellent, you know. Getting cooler. Oh damn, we're already here. Jeez, that was quick. All right, check back with you guys in a minute. All right. back on the road. Look at all this freaking snow, my goodness. So yeah, Marcos did slow down a little bit because of it's cold up here. He said he's a little cold and he's concerned with his tires being cold, which I could understand. Sport bike tires are a little more finicky, I guess you could say, to weather conditions than something like a dual sport or like a 2080 tire, or something like that. So anyways, enough blabbering on. I'm just happy to see that I'm able to somewhat hang with these guys, and again, they're not putting it down like we usually do, and that's okay. But we're running at a good clip. So we're gonna get up here to an awesome lookout point for Mt St Helens. So stay tuned for that, guys. One more thing, I'm doing like barely 50 miles to the gallon, so the gas mileage has gone way down. Not way down, but I think I got 67 average on my last tank, and I'm halfway through this tank already, and I'm averaging 50. So maybe should have got gas back there. But these bikes, especially the one in front of us, the R1, I think gets like 20-25 miles to the gallon, so I have plenty of fuel compared to them. So okay, yeah, here's the turnoff for the lookout point, which we're gonna go to right now. It's gonna be red. At least the roads aren't wet. My last ride up here, oh, hear that? That bike sounds so rad. It's awesome. So yeah, last time I was up here, I think it was late summer, early fall. I don't know. The roads were definitely wet, and there was already snow up here. So maybe that was, I don't know when that was. October, maybe November. I don't know. I made a video on it. How about I link it right up here in the top right now? You guys can check it out after you get finished watching this one. That was a good ride. That was on my CBR. It's so quiet behind here and the windscreen. Can feel the bike wiggle a little bit on those tar snakes. Brace yourself, audience, for a magnificent view. Oh my god, this place is packed. Look, wheelie action. There it is, Mt St Helens. I was gonna try to go for those epic pics, but with all these yahoos up here. Damn, there's a lot of bikers up here. A lot of people up here, huh? A lot of people. Yeah, you want to get this 500X in the picture because it's it's pretty. There it is. I'm sure it's not that good of a view from the GoPro, but looks amazing here in purpose. I mean, in person, not on purpose. So there's a bunch of people here. We're gonna get out of here. That guy just dropped his bike. That sucks. Big ass adventure bikes. Yeah. Not going that way. That's funny. Anyways, we're getting out of here. Usually we stay a little bit longer and take pictures. There's too many people here messing up the background. Onward we go, onward we go. So now we start heading back down. And this road now it's gonna get funky because I should have changed my GoPro battery back there in my car, but this road, like, we get up to it a little bit and it doesn't get maintained like the rest of the roads. Okay, this is the road that gets funky. Bumpy and shit all over it. And, there's even some gravel spots in it. It's crazy. There was last year anyways. Bunch of rocks getting spit up on me. And gooey fat tires in front of me throwing everything at me. One advantage this bike has, I'd say, over a sport bike or something like what they're riding, is the flickability. And you guys, I'm sure you guys have heard that term before, but that's how easy you can flick it back and forth. And this bike is super flickable compared to, like, say, my 600 and a 750 would be. And then I put it, that one in front of us, the 1050, there was a new one, a 2019 my buddy has. And I got to put that around in the parking lot, and it felt really heavy. I even mentioned it in one of my videos, how the steering felt so heavy. So got the flickability advantage here, but they obviously have lean angle and traction. You know, they have that advantage over this bike, like, by tenfold. So. But then again, I can come back and say, well, I got a suspension that's more capable of handling all these divots and potholes on the road, which is very true. Because sometimes you can see them get bounced around a little bit, and then I just ride over. It's all, you know, because of the softer suspension that I have. But yeah, I'd say overall, just kind of cruising today, taking it a little easy. This is our first ride together of the year, so. But Jen in front of me, he went on a ride yesterday, so I'm sure he's all warmed up. And then Marcos, he said he's already got about 400 or 500 miles in this year so far. He just started like a couple days ago riding his R1 again, so I think he put it up for the winter. I'm not sure. Was that a 500X? That might have been a 500X. Spotted in the wild. So yeah, if any of you guys are wondering about the road performance of this bike, you can stop wondering. Because it is on par with street bike. Now, I'm not saying, you guys, I mean, could they go faster and could they lose me? Of course, but you know, for what we're doing, I'm keeping up, no problem. And we were hitting it a little harder in the beginning, if you guys noticed. And there's a lot to be said there, a lot to be said. when you consider that the bike in the lead right now has 3 times the horsepower and double the torque, thereabouts. And actually, I think both these bikes in front of me have 3 times the power and double the torque. You know, it just comes down to what kind of cornering skills you guys have and that kind of thing. And if you got the cornering skills, I mean, you could come out here on a boat, on a moped, basically, you know. And then the fact that, you know, I can bail off-road on this thing. And you know what I'm going to really want to see is I want to see how this bike does with these guys, with my Shenko 705s, which I should be getting hopefully next month, if things go as planned. But, you know, money's really tight right now. So, yeah, we'll see. It's beautiful up here in Washington, man. Freaking awesome. I just wonder how the Shenko 705 traction on the street, on the tarmac, compares to the traction on the tarmac for these Dunlop 609s or whatever they are, junk tires. It'd be interesting to see. All right. Boy, this ride to me is like going by so fast. I don't know. It's weird. Sometimes we stop at that, not the lookout point, but that first place we stopped, that little pull off. Sometimes we stop there and then go back down and make a couple laps up and down that first section that we were in, because it's really good. It's a really good spot to ride, but we decided not to this time. So Marcos is being a little reserved today, and that's all good. Oh, I think these are these gravel. Oh, maybe they. Oh no, okay, so this is the gravel section. This is insane. This has been this way for over a year. But of course, the CBX, no problem. All my weight on the inside peg there, and about half throttle through there. So we keep a little pressure on the back tire. So again, all the weight on the inside peg. Head out on the other side of this visor here. You got to remember, your head's like a bowling ball. So when you move your head, that's putting a lot of weight to transfer to the inside, help you corner better, to change the center of gravity. So keep that in mind. Body position goes a long ways. And I'm using a lot of my skill that I have in body position, you know, so I can corner better to keep up with these guys, because, you know, I don't have the tires and the lean angle like they do. So you got to make up for it. Make up for it in other ways. Plus, I'm not all pro. You guys don't have to listen to what I'm saying. Take it all with a grain of salt, I guess. More gravel in the shade, sneaking up on us. Big pothole right there too. Ooh, yeah, you want to? Ooh, yeah, baby. And from memory, well, usually I have before done a lot more recording down lower, and I kind of saved it for up here, but usually this is about the time my first GoPro battery goes dead. So oh, the battery's dead. I think it's still recording, but the battery indicator's on. So if I cut out here, guys, I'll catch it back up with you guys on when I change batteries. Drums! More drums! Shit. Oh my god, I love this bike. It is seriously forgiving. Like, if that makes sense to you guys. And the fact that it has ABS makes it that much more forgiving and that much more confidence inspiring. Even though it doesn't have a lean angle sensor in it. Got a primitive, it does have a primitive ABS system on it, I can tell you that much. Alright, we made it to Cougar, and I went ahead and filled up. Only took like 2 gallons or so, but I wanted to just to be safe. Man, what an awesome day. Awesome day. Just beautiful weather, all kinds of motorcycles out. I was a Duke 790, it looked like. So yeah, we're gonna be heading back into Portland. If you guys are not subscribed, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. That really helps the channel out and all that good stuff. Action before we get into Portland. Boy, I gotta tell you guys, I'm just like head over heels on this bike with what I've done with it today. It's worthy. I mean, it's freaking worthy. So I did have one scary moment, and of course it happened when the GoPro battery went dead. But I was going, I knew if I had any scary moments today, it would be making left-hand turns, because just not feeling it right now on the left-hand turns. But we're overcoming that. Was in a good, nice sweeper, little gravel on the road, and I was leaned over pretty good, and the front end bobbled out from underneath me. So that was a little pucker moment, but whatever. What is this, Porsche? Can I get it? Woo. That was close. I don't have the power to pass like that. The only downfall I would say of the bike is passing power. Woohoo! Feels like a roller coaster. Bridge with all kinds of cars. It's a cool looking bridge. Pretty river. Headed out to the Columbia and then out to the ocean. I don't know if you guys can hear that R1, but man, thing sounds amazing. No, I should have went one gear lower. Coming in out of fourth gear there. Let's go here, drop a gear. Yeah, totally pull out more. Drop another gear, third gear. Back into fourth. Gonna go back down into third. Woohoo! Say hello to the little tree branches. Back into fourth. So a little tip for you guys, especially this is really true for sport bikes. Sport bikes will have no problem doubling the speed, the suggested speed. So right here is a 35-mile-an-hour corner, then it goes into, yeah, 35. So, you know, and some of them are a little bit different, but we just took it at 62 or 63. So, and you know, you should be able to double that on a sport bike, no problem. And if I was pushing it, you know, I could have doubled it too. But so you guys, I always, you know, always pay attention to these suggested signs, because then you can kind of gauge it a little bit better. So that was like 65, and I know I could have went faster there. And again, you don't ever want to be at your limit, especially right on the street. You know, I try to keep it at, like, you know, I'd like to keep it at 60, but sometimes I have too much fun, and I'll say, let's bring it up to 80. But you don't ever want to be like 100% of your riding limit when you're on the street. Always keep a little reserve. Always keep a little reserve in case you hit gravel or you mess up a little bit or you got to brake. All of a sudden, you know, Chalatati, I don't know. Can't pronounce the town's name. All kinds of bikes out today, my goodness. It's a beautiful day for it, beautiful day. So get up here and hear this R1 here. Yeah, baby. Ringing the 500X out, baby. Let me tell you something. Wringing its neck. I mean, if you drop down to fifth, fourth or fifth, depending on how fast you're going, it's got the passing power. It's just nothing like, you know, my CBR was. Here we go, floored in fourth gear. Gonna have to get hard on the binders. Oh yeah. Yes. So when we had to make that slow way down like that, I could feel the back tire skipping a little bit on the ABS. One thing about this bike that's different than my sport bike is I actually use the back brake on this bike because it actually does something. The back brakes on sport bikes don't do anything except get you sideways. And I mean, it's good for that reason if you're trying to back it in. See, I should have went down another gear there. So coming out of that corner pinned in fourth gear, still ringing it out.